The axe was warm before he touched it. He noticed that. The Babalawo set the wrapped bundle on the ground between them and stepped back, and even from that distance, through the cloth and the old symbols sewn into it, Shango could feel the heat coming off the thing. Not warmth like stone in afternoon sun, warmth like something alive. He crouched and unwrapped it, and there it was, the Osei, the double-headed axe, both blades facing outward as if it had never decided which direction to strike. "This is the weapon of your bloodline," the Babalawo said. "With it, you hold the power of thunder." Shango turned it over. The handle was worn smooth where a hand had gripped it long before his hand, his ancestor's hand. He closed his fingers around it, and the warmth moved up into his palm and sat there. "And if I use it wrong?" The Babalawo looked at him for a moment. "Then use it wrong somewhere the damage can be contained." That was not a warning. Shango heard it as one anyway and set the thought aside. He had been king of Oyo for 6 years. He had ridden into 11 battles. He had never found a power he could not direct once he understood its mechanism. The sky would be no different. He climbed the hill outside the city that same afternoon, alone. He raised the axe and spoke the words the Babalawo had taught him, and the sky answered. Lightning came down in 3 consecutive strikes, splitting the earth in a line away from him. Thunder followed, rolling out across the grassland. He stood in the silence after it and felt the power sitting in his chest like a second heartbeat. He did not think about the warning. He thought, more. The palace fire happened on a clear day. He had climbed the hill again, alone again, because he always went alone. Power shared before it was understood became power negotiated, and Shango did not negotiate. The sky above Oyo was copper-colored, a heaviness in the air that he had learned to read as receptive. He raised the Osei and spoke the incantation and sent the lightning toward the far fields where he had been aiming. It did not go to the far fields. The first bolt hit the palace. He saw it from the hill, the white instant of it, then the pause, then the smoke beginning. He stood there with the axe still raised. He lowered it slowly. Below him the smoke was already dense and moving, and he could see figures running in the compound, small from the hill, and he could hear, the wind was right, he could hear the screaming. His wives were in the palace, his children, the servants who had been with him since before the crown. He stood on the hill. He watched the smoke. He did not run down immediately. He told himself he was assessing the situation. He told himself a king does not run. He stood on the hill for long enough that when he finally descended, the roof of the eastern wing had already collapsed, and 3 of the women who came out to meet him were carrying children who were not moving. The people of Oyo watched their king walk down from the hill. They had seen him go up. They had seen the lightning. They understood the sequence. They said nothing yet, because he was still the king, but he could see it settling into their faces as he walked through them. The arithmetic of what had happened, adding itself up behind their eyes. The chiefs came to him on the 3rd night, not individually. Together, read Before God, African Creation Mythology, Book 1 on Amazon.